How to stay conscious in difficult moments. Life is full of challenges, from unexpected events and personal conflicts to emotional and physical hardships. While many of us react automatically in these situations, Tolle emphasizes that true freedom, clarity, and inner peace emerge when we remain conscious in difficult moments. Staying conscious does not mean denying pain or avoiding challenges. It means choosing awareness over unconscious reactivity. 1. Understanding consciousness. Consciousness, according to Tolle, is the aware presence that observes thoughts, emotions, and experiences without identifying with them. It is the space of inner stillness that exists beyond the mind's constant activity. In everyday life, humans often operate on autopilot. Our mind interprets events, compares them to past experiences, and reacts based on habitual patterns. This unconscious reaction generates stress, suffering, and inner tension. By cultivating consciousness, we create a pause between stimulus and reaction, allowing us to respond wisely instead of react impulsively. 2. The nature of difficult moments. Difficult moments arise when life challenges our expectations, triggers old patterns, or confronts our ego. Examples include conflicts with loved ones or colleagues, a loss of health, career, or security, emotional pain such as grief, fear, or anxiety, situations where control seems impossible. Tolle points out that difficulty is not inherently painful. The suffering comes from resistance, judgment, and identification with the mind. For instance, if someone criticizes us, the event itself is neutral. The emotional turmoil arises when we unconsciously identify with egoic thoughts. I am wrong, they are against me, or I must defend myself. 3. The role of the ego in difficult moments. The ego thrives in challenges because it sees threats to its identity. It responds with anger to defend the self, fear to anticipate danger, resentment to preserve a sense of superiority, blame to externalize responsibility. These reactive patterns are automatic and unconscious, driven by past conditioning. Tolle emphasizes that the ego cannot endure discomfort and constantly seeks to regain a sense of control or self-importance. Staying conscious interrupts the ego's automatic responses. By observing thoughts and emotions without identification, we dissolve the compulsive need to react defensively. 4. Presence as the key. Presence is the essence of consciousness in action. It is the direct awareness of the present moment, free from mental commentary. In difficult moments, presence allows us to observe emotions without being overwhelmed, see the situation clearly without judgment, respond with clarity rather than react impulsively, access inner calm even in chaos. Presence is not something we create. It is already within us. Difficult moments simply provide opportunities to become aware of the gap between stimulus and reaction. 5. Techniques to stay conscious. Observe the mind. Notice your thoughts and emotions as they arise. Tolle calls this disidentification. When anger, fear, or frustration appears, recognize it as the mind reacting, not the true self. Example, I notice fear arising. I am the awareness in which fear appears. This simple shift reduces the power of emotional reactivity. B. Focus on the body and breath. Physical sensations anchor us in the present. Tolle emphasizes that body awareness brings consciousness. Feel your feet on the ground, your hands, or the movement of your breath. Notice tension in your muscles or sensations in the chest or stomach. This practice interrupts mental spirals and restores clarity. C. Accept the moment. Resistance amplifies suffering. When we resist what is happening, we magnify emotional pain. Tolle teaches the practice of surrender, to accept reality as it is, without labeling it good or bad. To recognize that acceptance does not mean passivity or resignation. It means clarity in the face of reality. From this space, conscious action becomes possible. D. Pause before reacting. Even a few seconds of conscious pause can transform how we handle challenges. This pause creates space for awareness, preventing automatic ego-driven reactions. Take a breath before responding in conflict. Notice the urge to defend, criticize, or complain. Respond from awareness, not habit. E. Recognize the impermanence of difficulty. Tolle reminds us that all situations are temporary. Difficult moments arise and pass. Identifying with the impermanent creates suffering. Observing them with awareness reduces attachment and stress. Example: this emotion, this situation will pass. I remain present throughout. Awareness allows us to navigate challenges without losing inner stability. 6. Conscious responses versus reactive behavior. Reactive behavior is unconscious, driven by egoic patterns. Conscious responses emerge from awareness and presence. A reactive: yelling at someone out of anger, blaming others, panicking. A conscious: pausing, observing the emotion, responding with clarity or silence. Conscious responses are empowered, calm, and effective. They do not create unnecessary tension or escalate the problem. 7. Emotional awareness and the pain body. Tolle introduces the concept of the pain body, the accumulated emotional pain from the past. During difficulties, the pain body can be activated, amplifying suffering. To stay conscious, and notice when the pain body is active. Observe emotional intensity without feeding it. Avoid identifying with habitual emotional reactions. Allow the energy to move through you without resistance. This awareness prevents the automatic cycle of pain and reactivity. 8. Conscious action in difficult situations. Being conscious does not mean detachment from life. Instead, it allows skillful, compassionate action. We act from clarity rather than impulsivity. Decisions are guided by awareness, not fear or egoic desire. Relationships improve because we respond rather than react. Challenges are met with resilience and focus. Conscious action flows naturally from presence, creating positive outcomes while maintaining inner stability. 9. The role of stillness. Stillness is the foundation of consciousness. In difficult moments, finding inner stillness allows us to observe thoughts and emotions without being swept away. Access intuition and clarity. Reduce stress, anxiety, and mental noise. Maintain peace amidst external chaos. Simple practices like meditation, mindful breathing, or pausing in nature cultivate this stillness. 10. Awareness of thought patterns. Tolle teaches that most suffering arises from repetitive thought patterns. In difficult moments, these patterns intensify. Worry, regret, blame, or self-criticism. Staying conscious involves noticing recurring thoughts without judgment, recognizing that thoughts are temporary and not the true self, releasing attachment to negative mental narratives. This shift from identification with thought to observation reduces suffering and opens space for conscious choice. 11. Acceptance and surrender. Acceptance is not passive resignation. It is acknowledging reality as it is without mental resistance. Surrender allows us to stop fighting the present moment, see solutions clearly instead of reacting from fear or ego, access inner calm and stability, respond consciously rather than being trapped by habitual patterns. Surrender is a powerful practice for staying conscious in the most challenging situations. 12. Presence as transformation. Difficult moments are opportunities to deepen presence. Tolle emphasizes that life's challenges are catalysts for spiritual growth. Awareness in adversity strengthens resilience. Conscious observation reduces emotional reactivity. Challenges become teachers rather than sources of suffering. When we remain conscious, the quality of our life transforms, no matter the external circumstances. 13. Practical daily practices. 1. Morning mindfulness. Start the day with 5 to 10 minutes of conscious breathing or body awareness. 2. Observation during stress. Notice thoughts, emotions, and physical sensations in real time. 3. Pause before reacting. Take a breath before responding in challenging conversations. 4. Acceptance practice. Remind yourself, this moment is as it is. I remain present. 5. Evening reflection. Review your day and notice where consciousness prevailed versus automatic reaction. These practices reinforce awareness and cultivate the ability to remain conscious even in unexpected challenges. 14. Living consciously through challenges. Living consciously does not eliminate difficulty, it changes our relationship to it. We respond with clarity, presence, and equanimity rather than being overwhelmed. Relationships improve as reactions become conscious and compassionate. Decisions are guided by insight rather than fear or habit. Inner peace persists even in chaos. A life becomes an opportunity for growth and presence. Consciousness transforms not only how we navigate difficulties but also the quality of life itself. 15. Closing reflection. Eckhart Tolle reminds us that life is always present moment. Challenges are inevitable, but suffering is optional. By observing thoughts and emotions, cultivating presence, and practicing acceptance, we stay conscious in difficult moments. This conscious awareness allows life to unfold with clarity, peace, and freedom, revealing the deeper truth of who we are beyond thought, emotion, and circumstance.